Today we are here in Baton Rouge for the 2011 annual meeting of social workers. This is the second largest gathering of social workers in the country. Louisiana is very blessed in terms of having over 7,000 social workers throughout the state that work with individuals, whether they're in the schools or in the hospitals, working in home health, hospice. They're working at universities, training new social workers. They're working in the hospitals, doing discharge planning, and some are working in state government. They work in mental health, child protection. So we work and we change futures. We work with families to help them deal with issues related to their children. We work with families relative to issues they have with their elderly parents, deciding on care for them and what's in their best interest. We are out there doing child protection work, trying to determine if it's safe for children to be at home. We're trying to place children for adoption. We're working in juvenile justice. We're working with the individuals who are troubled with addiction and mental health. The social work profession in this country does 65% of the mental health treatment. We have unique educational requirements. We are all licensed in accordance with the state statutes. And this profession prides itself with having people who are caring and compassionate and who will speak for those who sometimes cannot speak for themselves.
Welcome to our NASW Louisiana Awards reception. This is where we get to present to our peers and to persons in the community that we find most valuable and most honorable. We're going to start with the Social Worker of the Year Award. That is going to be presented by Danny Cannon.
She's helped develop policies where the students in the juvenile justice system have been able to get more access to the educational facilities. She's worked with and written to the media when there were concerns and the results of suicides were not being presented as they should. She's tackled some tough things when AIDS policy was being looked at, and some of the folks didn't want to deal with it, and it was a touchy issue. She addressed that. But the best thing I can do is sit down, as my wife tells me, kiss. That's keep it short, sweetie, and give you your 2011 State Social Worker of the Year, Ms. Carolyn Reed.
I must say that when I got the phone call from Patty and talked to Carmen, and they told me I had been chosen for Social Worker of the Year, I was flabbergasted. Y'all rocked my world. But you also really touched my heart. I look at it as an obligation to provide the best services that I am capable of providing, and I do truly appreciate it. Thank you so much.
And I can't think of a more deserving social worker. Our 2011 Public Official of the Year is Representative Rosalind D. Jones. I think she is probably one of the best luck things that's happened to the Monroe region. I'm going to go ahead and read because I can't remember all this. In 2007, she won her first elected office on the primary, taking 55% of the vote in our region. She now holds representing House District 17 in Northeast Louisiana. She's a member of the Democratic Caucus, Louisiana Legislative Black Caucus, Louisiana Legislative Women's Caucus, and the Louisiana Rural Caucus. We're a very rural region in Northeast Louisiana, so she's very valuable to us. Not only has she helped us with action as far as the social work practice law, but she's been invaluable to the Louisiana residents. She has a voice, she uses it, and one of the best things that I've been able to witness when we were able to attend the sessions is that she questions. Now, we're not going to find any public officials that always vote the way social workers want them to vote. But we have found a public official that will question things the way social workers want questions answered. So I'd like for you to welcome Representative Rosalind D. Jones from Monroe.
Thank you so much, Alicia. I really appreciate you having me and acknowledging me in this way. I want to thank you for giving me this opportunity. And I want to thank you for doing what you do. Above all else, you're on the front lines of our families, you're on the front lines of our communities. And I know that without your work and your dedication, we would be in a far different place. And I thank you for your service. I also encourage you and to continue to support your executive director and your president. They're very good advocates for you in Baton Rouge and the legislature. And also be very proactive in contacting your own legislators when there are issues that are important to you. There's nothing about hearing from home. And we do appreciate your calls and your emails, and we want to hear from you and respond to you directly. If we could be of service, please let us know, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your conference.
Thank you. Our next award goes to the Public Citizen of the Year, and that will be presented by Andrew Como.
Now, I'm very pleased today to introduce our Public Citizen of the Year, who certainly does encompass the values that we hold very highly here in social work, particularly the dignity and value of every human being, being able to foster the basic needs of all of those in our community, particularly those who are most vulnerable, those that are oppressed, those that are poor. Dr. Kimball has been pastor of Mount Olive Baptist Church in Shreveport for 12 years, and soon after he began that ministry, he also began a ministry called Olive Branch, which was specifically to lift up and reach out to those who were disadvantaged in our area, particularly the youth and those that are elderly.
I'm reminded of a passage of Scripture in the words of our Christ, he who desires to be great among you, let him become your servant. And so in the spirit of servanthood, I'm accepting this award, and I do thank you. I'm truly honored to have with me my wife of 36 years and my son Anthony. That's right. And my son Anthony, who also serves as the administrative pastor of our church, and he also works with a school back in Shreveport, and of course Kettle Parish Commissioner Landora Baker, she's with us also. So again, I will show you I can sit down in a timely fashion. So in the spirit, again, of servanthood, we accept this award. Thank you.
The next award is going to be the Lifetime Achievement Award, and that is going to be presented by Kay Asher.
She is a graduate of Southern University in Baton Rouge and LSU, where she obtained her master's in social work. I have so many things I'd like to share about her, but I think I would rather that Jacqueline just come up and speak to you now herself from her heart. And we present her at this time with the 2011 Lifetime Achievement Award for NASW.
I am deeply honored at being considered worthy of this prestigious award. I would like to thank the awards committees, both in Shreveport, our local chapter, as well as the state chapter, for finding me fitting for such prestigious awards. What greater achievement can one ever hope to aspire in their profession than to be recognized by their own colleagues in their own professional organization on local and state level?
Our next award is the Dorothy Schinthal Leadership Award, and that is going to be presented by Hilda Holder from Shreveport.
She has received several very prestigious awards from those agencies, and she has worked with several agencies in Shreveport, working with children in the communities, especially young girls in their formative years, to help guide them in the right path. She's been very involved in the Black Association of Social Workers with the Harambe Conference, and has started several forums at our Southern University to work on issues in those communities. I'm sure y'all will be pleased to join me in welcoming Geraldine.
I feel extremely honored and appreciative of this award. Thank you so much, everybody. All the NASW, I've been with them, you guys, for a long time, for many, many, many years. And I've enjoyed doing social work all of those years. Again, thank you very much.
Our School Social Worker of the Year is going to be presented by Mr. Leon Jackson from New Orleans.
Mrs. Seals enjoys the respect of her fellow staff and is often sought for support, referral, and consultation. She displays a high level of personal resilience with which she has undertaken to impart to and use on behalf of those she serves. So today, Sheila Seals, we honor you and recognize you as the 2011 School Social Worker of the Year.
I am reminded of some excerpted words from whom else but Dr. King. He said, "Everybody can be great because anyone can serve. You only need a heart full of grace and a soul generated by love." School social workers, thank you for being great. I want to encourage all of us to continue, as someone has said, to be kinder than necessary, because everyone is fighting some kind of battle. Thank you.
How awesome to be a student among this group. I hope that we give the guidance and the role modeling that she needs. Our MSW Student of the Year Award is going to be presented by Galen Bond from Grambling State University.
She sees hairy professors running around looking like they're about ready to collapse. Sometimes she'll just walk up to them and give them a hug, and she's done that for me. So given the foregoing attributes of Robin Foster, along with her ability to exercise professionalism, ethics, altruism, integrity, and respectability, I am proud to present her as our Student of the Year.
Thank you, NASW. Thank you, School of Social Work. I didn't know that I would come here and receive all the accolades I have. This is a very prestigious award, and I'm truly thankful. I'm very humbled by it. When I got the call and listened to the voicemail, I had to listen to it 3 times to believe that I had actually won, and I took it a step further, took it to the director over my internship placement, and let her listen to it to tell me that I had actually won.
Don't we have some amazing award recipients and just some amazing people in the entire group? We've got some wonderful social workers, and one of our wonderful social workers is going to close us out today. We have a few closing remarks from Carmen Wiesner.
To honor our colleagues on an annual basis, at this awards luncheon is probably, to me, one of the best aspects of our annual meeting. Our selection of our honorees is a difficult task for the committee. We encourage all of you who see the work of your colleagues throughout the year, when we call for nominations in the future, consider nominating someone who you think has done an outstanding job in their professional role, and that sometimes we need to kind of shine a light on them, because it is sort of a special moment for them, because it's a real pleasure for me to make that call and talk to or leave the phone message for our recipients that said, please call me back, you've been selected as our award winner. So with that, our awards luncheon is concluded, and we appreciate all of you attending and participating as we honored our colleagues. Thank you.
In my profession, working with young people, we provide the opportunity for them to reach their potentials, and we recognize how to work within systems so that they learn how to negotiate all the different systems that the children I'm working with have to. They have to know how to talk to a judge, they have to know how to talk to a principal, and they have to know how to talk to a peer.
But the impact of social work on our communities is intangible. When you meet a family that's possibly broken and they trust the social worker to transform their lives, and they do, it can actually change the legendine or the legacy of a family by leaps and bounds, much more than any type of financial input could change it.
We support, we motivate, we inspire. That's what we do, and we also inspire each other and help each other. And that's what we do. That's how we help our peers, our friends, our relatives, everybody. And we love supporting and helping people to, as we say, to function at the highest level that they are able and capable of functioning.
Today we have so many complex situations where you just doesn't have any quick fixes anymore. It requires expertise. It requires people that truly know what they're doing in order to help people out of their situations.
I'm receiving this award on behalf of not only me, but the School of Social Work at Grambling State University, and because they have helped to create who I am. Along with my family, just all the people that I have crossed paths with. I do what I do because it's who I am.
Social workers look at the strengths of our clients, and we try to cultivate their own strengths to involve our clients in being an active part in their own healing process and helping them to get their lives back on track in order that they may reach their destiny.
To change the future in so many important ways. One child at a time, esteeming children, letting them know that they are worth just every bit of gifting and potential that's in them, letting them know to stay encouraged, strive for their highest dream that they might even aspire to. They help students to not be discouraged, help them communicate in appropriate ways. Sometimes if a student, for instance, experiences a grief, if they hold that in and not express that in the appropriate way, it becomes maladaptive to them later. So we encourage healthy expression of all feelings, whether it's anger, grief, whatever it is. And so that's a very, very important way. But there's just so many ways, virtually every aspect of life, we enter into and give support to.
It's a rewarding profession, a challenging profession, and we have such great colleagues that really do incredible work.